But one of the best things about starting a virtual assistant business is that you can make it as big or as small as you want it to be. Whether you're looking for something small, taking on a few clients to supplement your income, or you're looking on the other end to scale something into a full-size agency, the choice really is yours. Hey lovelies, welcome back to Project Rich Mum. For those of you that are new here, I am Gemma and I make videos all about making money online, budgeting and personal finance. Now some of you will know that a few months back I started a virtual assistant business and I got some comments on what exactly that is, how I run my business and how other people can start becoming virtual assistants themselves. So in this video we're going to be taking a look at what exactly a virtual assistant is, the equipment that you'll need if you want to start your own virtual assistant business, how much you can expect to earn, and how you go about finding clients and building your business. So first of all, what exactly is a virtual assistant? My job as a virtual assistant is essentially to take on those tasks that business owners don't have the time to do for themselves, or it's not worth their time because they don't make any money from it. So that includes all of those admin kind of tasks, researching, data entry, it can be social media management. A lot of small business owners realize that the time that they take on those admin-based jobs could be spent elsewhere where they're actually making money. And so outsourcing that work to a freelance virtual assistant means that they get that time freed up to be able to actually make money for their business, and they don't have all of the added expense and the paperwork of having a salaried employee. If you're looking to start as a virtual assistant yourself, you're probably thinking, what equipment do I need to initially begin with? And the great thing about this business model is that you really don't need an awful lot of equipment to begin with, and the overheads are very, very low. Really, the basics that you need to start with are a laptop or a computer, a separate phone number for your business, access to high-speed secured internet, and a printer and scanner machine. Of course, there are other equipment that you might need along the way, especially if you offer more niched services within your business. If you're transcribing, for example, you might want to look at equipment that you would need to speed up that process to make you more efficient. But if you are just offering a basic virtual assistant service to begin with, those are the items that you are going to need. Now, like I said before, one of the great things about this business is that you get to set your own rules and your own boundaries, and that includes the services that you offer. Now, some of the basic services that your clients may expect from you are things like producing quotes and invoices, tracking expenses, diary management, email management, customer care, and data entry and research type work. But the services that you offer are really dependent on the skills that you have. If you go beyond those basic expectations and niche down into social media management, maybe you are a whiz at Pinterest and you can offer that as a service. Maybe you know about SEO and website building. Maybe you know about landing pages and building funnels for sales. All of those types of things are wonderful to be able to offer your clients, and inevitably they will push up the amount that you can charge as a virtual assistant. Here are a list of some of the things that you might want to offer within your virtual assistant business. Now, a great thing to do is to sit down and write down a list of the things that you have expertise in, those things that you know what you're doing and you have full confidence that you can offer those to your client. Next, write down the skills that you have a basic amount of experience in and look at ways that you can improve and learn more on those. Next thing, write down the skills that you want to learn. So maybe you want to learn more about Instagram or Facebook and sales and ads, and you want to be able to offer those as a service. Just because you can't offer it now because you don't have any experience in it doesn't mean that you can't offer it in the future. And then start thinking about how you can learn those skills. And the fourth category, and probably the most important category, is the things that you do not want to offer. It's so important in any business that you set those boundaries. Ultimately, you want to be able to create a business that you love to run. And if you are offering out services that you know are going to drain you, those jobs that you really don't want to have to do, then you're going to end up being miserable in your business, and nobody wants that. But setting those clear boundaries is so important. Setting those rules for yourself is what is going to make you happy within your business. And that includes things like, what are your expectations with your working hours? Are you able to work full-time, or do you want to do this as a part-time gig? Maybe this is something that you want to offer around your children or around studying. But be clear on the hours that you are available to work. But also remember that if you are working on an hourly basis, all of the hours that you set aside for working will not be billable hours. Of course, there'll be times where you're not earning money. Maybe you have a new client that reaches out to you and you're spending time going backwards and forwards, talking to them about their discussions. You're not being paid for that. Maybe it's the admin for your own business that you're doing, which obviously you're not making money when you're doing that. So also be realistic about the amount of hours that you can have as billable hours. So let's talk money. How much money can you expect to earn as a virtual assistant? Now, this varies wildly, and the amount that you charge is definitely going to be an individual decision. Now, when you're starting off, currently in the UK, the national minimum wage is £9.50 an hour. And I have seen people that set their rates at £9.50 an hour. But what you have to remember is that you will never be able to scale your business at that point. By the time you have paid for your electricity usage for your business, for any insurance that you take out, for any subscriptions that you use as part of your business, that £9.50 an hour is going to go down very, very quickly. So realistically, a better starting point in the UK is around £20 to £25 an hour if you are charging hourly. Now, a great way to see how much money you want to charge is to work out how much money you want to earn. So let's say, for example, you set yourself a target of earning £600 a week. Now, out of that, you think that realistically you can work for 25 billable hours a week. Now, if you do 600 divided by 25, that gives you an hourly amount of £24. But remember, if you offer more specialized skills, and once you have more experience as a virtual assistant, all of those things should push up your value. Remember to make sure that you value yourself. Don't let people try and push you or guilt you into doing a lower amount or for giving them discounts. Know your worth and stick to it. Now, another way that you can charge within your business is by offering package deals. Now, the great thing about package deals is that they really do give you a better understanding of how much money you're going to be bringing in each month. So for example, a client of mine has a package deal of 16 hours a month, which is roughly about 4 hours every week. Now this client pays a set amount for those 16 hours. So they are guaranteed to have that amount of my time. Now, so far since I've started this business, they haven't used those full 16 hours at all. Sometimes they've used 8 hours, sometimes it's been 12 hours. But the good thing is that business feels that they are guaranteed to have me as and when they need me. And I have the benefit of being able to have a set amount of money that I know is coming in every month. Now, you might offer packages that are not time dependent, that are maybe a certain amount for building a website, for example, or for setting up funnels and managing that. Now, the amount that you can charge for these more niched services is unlimited. But again, make sure that when you are offering these services, you are pricing them competitively and that you're not selling yourself short. Also, make sure that, of course, you are claiming for any expenses that you can claim. When it comes to tax time, make sure that you have a record of all the expenses. If you, as a home-based business, make sure you're claiming for things like lighting and heating. If you do any traveling around, make sure that you are claiming your allowances for that. All of your subscriptions, anything that you can possibly claim for, make sure that you are keeping a record of it. The first hurdle that most people come across is, where do I find these clients? Now, one of the best ways to do it is just by telling people, this is what I'm doing now. Get the word out and start talking to people. One of the best ways to find more clients is through word of mouth from other clients. Having an endorsement from a business that already uses you really puts you in a great position to be able to secure that client. Now, you could also sign up to an agency. Now, agency is there to introduce you to clients, and that might work better for you, but bear in mind that the agency will take a cut of whatever you earn. Make sure that you have a website detailing all of the services that you offer. Make sure that you are in groups on Facebook, for example. That is a great way to find new clients. Go into groups of small business owners, talk to people, go in there, make connections with people. Don't go in there with a hard sell. Go in there with the attitude of, I'm going to help where I can help. I'm going to give advice where I can give advice. And that will naturally lead people to you. But don't think that you just have to go into business owner groups. Join groups of other virtual assistants as well and make connections in there. Because what will happen is some virtual assistants may have a client that approaches them with a job that they just don't have the skills to be able to take on. Or maybe they don't have the time to be able to take on. And what they can do is then they can recommend you to that client. If you have any questions about being a virtual assistant, please drop them down below. If you have any tips to help anybody else out, please also leave a comment. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and I will be back in the next video to talk more personal finance and budgeting, and I will see you guys then. Take care.